Have you ever considered using Coca-Cola in your dinner recipes? I know there's a lot of traditions, the Coca-Cola cake and all that.
Yeah, it really adds something special to the meal. Today, Ivy Odom of Southern Living is showing us how to make Coca-Cola meatball sliders.
Hey y'all, I've been drinking Coke since I was 2 years old. I know, but it's one of my favorite drinks, so today I decided to use it as an ingredient in some of my favorite Southern foods. I'm making Coca-Cola barbecue meatball sliders. There is Coke in the meatball itself and in the sauce. It doesn't get more Coke related than that. So this is some ground sirloin and Italian sausage. I love to put Italian sausage in my meatball. It gives a little bit of extra flavor, like when you eat meatballs and you're like, what is that? It's Italian sausage. Panko and Parmesan cheese. Also, if you're making meatballs without Parmesan cheese, you're doing it all wrong. I like to whisk my eggs a little bit before I put them in the meatballs. You don't have to, it's up to you. Salt and pepper, and 1/3 cup of Coke. Let the bubbles go down. It's important. Ooh! So you know, when you pour it in here, it's like having a nice little chemical reaction, and it bubbles, and it's amazing. Okay, hands are better because they're not as rough. If you get in a spoon, you can overwork your meat, and it makes your meatballs tough, and that's the last thing that you want. You just want to work this enough to get all the ingredients together. My cameraman brought in my tray to put the meatballs on. I'm gonna make about 15 to 20 of these meatballs. The thing that I love most about these meatballs, y'all, the first time I had them, I was actually on a yacht. When I was in college, I had the most amazing internship with a lady named Rebecca Lang, who is a contributing editor to Southern Living. One day, I literally Googled food in Athens, found Rebecca's name, and I cold emailed her. And I was like, hey, my name's Ivy. Can I please come and just like shadow you for a day? And she's like, actually, I am starting to write a cookbook and I kind of need some help. Would you be interested? And I was like, yes, please sign me up. Long story short, we made Coke slathered wings on my first time with her, and then we also made these on the yacht, and Coke all around is like a good memory for me. How many is this? This is 16. Recipe says makes 15 to 20. It did, it made 20. Into the oven at 400 for about 25 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time to go ahead and get started on my sauce. It is 2 cups of Coke, 2 cups of ketchup. I think it's gonna be this whole bottle. Half a cup of Worcestershire, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I'm not telling you the measurements here because I promise we linked the recipe in the description. This is 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, half a teaspoon of pepper. Invest in a pepper grinder. Y'all, the stuff that comes pre-ground, throw it away. It has been ground for I think 6 years and sits in a warehouse, and it doesn't even taste like pepper. I'm waving a knife around because I'm so enthusiastic about this. Lemon juice hack. Use your fingers as a strainer. This sauce will take about the same amount of time that it takes to cook my meatballs. It'll get saucy and glossy and thick, and then I'll simmer my meatballs in it while I make a Coke and peanuts pie. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a second. Let's check out these meatballs. Oh my gosh, look at these. They're so brown. And you can see the cheese melting out, which seriously is the best part, other than the Coke, obviously.
But then they cook in.
I was getting some advice. Do we need the wire rack? We'll get Laura Grimmer's opinion on that later. Coming up tomorrow, Ivy Odom will show us how to make the Coca-Cola dessert, which is the Georgia peanut pie.
Wow, that sounds good. Southern Living is owned by the same company that owns WFSB, the Meredith Corporation.